Have you ever had a meal that instantly transports you to a different time and place? For me, that meal is French onion soup. I had my first proper bowl in a tiny, steamy bistro in Paris on a freezing November evening. It was rich, deeply savory, and topped with this incredible, stretchy blanket of cheese. I was in love. But you know me, I can't leave well enough alone. I kept thinking, what would my grandfather, a man who believed a mutton broth could cure anything from a broken bone to a broken heart, think of this? What if we took that French soul and whispered a few Indian secrets into its ear? So, today, we're not just making French onion soup. We're making a French onion soup with a mutton broth base, a classic, but with the warm, comforting soul of an Indian home. This is the story of that cold Parisian evening meeting the warmth of my daddy's grandmother's kitchen. Let's make it. French onion soup with mutton broth, a classic with an Indian twist. Ingredients serves for the mutton broth. 500 grams mutton bones with a little meat on them or mutton shanks. 1 large onion, roughly chopped. 1 carrot, roughly chopped. 1 stalk celery, roughly chopped. 4 to 5 cloves, garlic, smashed. 1-inch piece of ginger, sliced. 1 black cardamom pod. This is our first Indian twist. It adds a smoky depth. 1 bay leaf, 5 to 6 black peppercorns. A small handful of fresh cilantro stems. 2.5 liters of cold water, salt to taste. For the soup, 5 to 6 large yellow onions about 1.5 kilograms, thinly sliced. 3 tablespoons unsalted butter. 2 tablespoons olive oil. 1 teaspoon jaggery or brown sugar to help caramelization and add a hint of warmth. 2 sprigs of fresh thyme or 1 tsp dried. 1 teaspoon freshly cracked black pepper. 125 milliliters, 1/2 cup dry white wine like Sauvignon Blanc or a dry sherry. 2 tablespoons all-purpose flour. Salt to taste. For the topping, 1 baguette, sliced. 200 grams Gruyere cheese. 50 grams Gouda or cheddar cheese, grated for a little extra sharpness and melt. Cooking method, a labor of love. Step 1 is all about patience. We're building a foundation of flavor that store-bought stock just can't match. This is the Indian grandmother's touch. Step 1, the soulful broth. 1. In a large stock pot, add the mutton bones and cover with cold water. Bring to a boil for just 5 minutes. You'll see scum rise to the top. This is impurities we don't want. Drain, rinse the bones, and clean the pot. 2. Return the clean bones to the pot. Add the roughly chopped onion, carrot, celery, garlic, ginger, black cardamom, bay leaf, peppercorns, and cilantro stems. 3. Pour in the 2.5 liters of fresh cold water. Bring it to a boil, then immediately reduce the heat to the lowest possible setting. Let it simmer gently, partially covered, for at least 3 hours, ideally 4. No rushing. We want all that collagen and flavor to seep into the water. 4. After simmering, strain the broth through a fine mesh sieve into a clean bowl. Discard the solids the bones and veggies have given their all. You should have a beautiful, clear, and fragrant mutton broth. Season it with salt. Taste it. This liquid gold is the heart of our soup. Now, for the famous French part. The caramelization of onions is a meditation. It's not about hurrying. It's about slowing down and letting the magic happen. Step 2. The caramelized onions. 1. In a large, heavy cotton pot or Dutch oven, melt the butter and olive oil over medium-low heat. 2. Add all the thinly sliced onions and toss to coat them in the fat. Stir in the jaggery or sugar. This will help them caramelize beautifully. 3. Now, here's the key. Be patient. Let the onions cook slowly, stirring only every 10 to 15 minutes to prevent burning. This process will take 45 minutes to 1 hour. They will first wilt, then turn translucent, then slowly become a deep, golden, sweet, jammy brown. This is where the signature flavor of the soup comes from. 4. In the last 10 minutes, add the fresh thyme and black pepper. Step 3. Bringing it all together. Point 1. Once the onions are a rich caramel color, increase the heat to medium and add the white wine or sherry. Scrape the bottom of the pot to get all those tasty brown bits the fond dissolve. Let the wine reduce by half. 2. Sprinkle the flour over the onions and cook, stirring constantly, for about 2 minutes. This will cook out the raw flour taste and help thicken the soup. 3. Gradually pour in your beautiful, rich mutton broth, stirring constantly to avoid any lumps. 4. Bring the soup to a simmer, then reduce the heat and let it simmer gently for another 30 to 40 minutes. This allows all the flavors to marry and the soup to thicken slightly. Taste and adjust seasoning with more salt and pepper if needed. And now, for the grand finale. The cheesy, toasty crown that makes this soup a meal. Step 4. The cheesy topping and serving. 1. While the soup simmers, preheat your oven's grill broiler. 2. Arrange the baguette slices on a baking sheet and toast them under the grill until golden and crisp on both sides. 3. Ladle the hot soup into oven-proof bowls or crocks placed on a baking tray for stability. 4. Place 1 to 2 toasted baguette slices on top of the soup in each bowl. 5. Generously pile the grated Gruyere and Gouda cheese over the bread, covering the surface and even letting some fall over the edges. 6. Carefully place the bowls under the grill until the cheese is completely melted, bubbly, and gloriously spotted with brown. Keep a very close eye on it. This happens fast. 7. Very important. The bowls will be extremely hot. Remove them carefully from the oven and let them sit on the counter for a couple of minutes before serving. Warn your guests. And there it is, a hug in a bowl. The deep, umami richness of the French classic, but with the undeniable, soulful warmth of that mutton broth, spiced ever so gently with black cardamom. It's a fusion that just feels right. It's the taste of a Parisian street corner meeting a bustling Indian kitchen. I hope it brings you as much comfort as it brings me. If you make this, please tag me on social media. I'd love to see your cheesy masterpieces. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that bell icon so you don't miss our next culinary adventure. Until next time, happy cooking, and remember to always add a little story to your food.